What's up, guys? Doing a live stream just to kind of check it out. I'm going to be writing right now for my D&D campaign, so I'll be on. If you guys want to put some motivational quotes or anything on here, as a matter of fact, I'll probably read a quote here in a second. But this is just kind of a hangout and see what's going on. So say hi in the comments and just chill. I've got some license-free music playing right now. It's from the like content audio library or whatever from YouTube. So that way we could just jam and listen to whatever they've got going on. So say hi. I'm gonna get a book for the quote. Be right back. This is a cool song. If anyone's watching, just let me know if the music's too loud, not loud enough. We'll see what's going on. I'm gonna see what my live looks like on my phone. What my live looks like on my phone. Wow. What my live looks like on my phone. Okay, well I can't keep that on. All right. All right. So this is going to stay on as a recording anyway, so I'll go ahead and read a quote from one of my favorite books. I can't read the whole book because I don't have permission from the publisher, but I can quote the book one time and give the proper what is it called, citations. So this is 365 Tau. Let's see if I can get a good photo there. 365 Tau. You can get it on Amazon for like $13. It's daily meditations from the author Deng Ming Dao. And my dad actually gave me this book a while ago. Years ago. And I've pretty much read through it at least 2 times, and I read little snippets here and there from each one. But I just want to read one quote because it's an apt quote for this. It's my first live. I'm picking up the channel again, so I think that this would be just something cool to remember. And so this one is titled "Beginning." And this is the moment of embarking. All auspicious signs are in place. In the beginning, all things are hopeful. We prepare ourselves to start anew, though we may be intent on the magnificent journey ahead. I can't talk. All things are contained in this first moment. Our optimism, our faith, our resolution, our innocence. In order to start, we must make a decision. This decision is a commitment to daily self-cultivation. We must make a strong connection to our inner selves. Outside matters are superfluous. Alone and naked, we negotiate all of life's travails. Therefore, we alone must make something of ourselves, transforming ourselves into the instruments for experiencing the deepest spiritual essence of life. Once we make our decision, all things will come to us. Auspicious signs are not a superstition, but a confirmation. They are a response. It is said that if one chooses to pray to a rock with enough devotion, even that rock will come alive. In the same way, once we choose to commit ourselves to spiritual practice, even the mountains and valleys will reverberate to the sound of our purpose. In the same way, once we choose to commit to ourselves to spiritual practice, even the mountains and valleys will reverberate to the sound of our purpose. That one line is my favorite out of that whole thing. It's a really great daily page. And again, that's 365 Tao. Get the book again. 365 Tao from Deng Ming Dao. Okay, it's daily meditations. Um, and this came out. When did this come out? I don't even know when it came out, but it is on Amazon. It's a real easy search. If you just Google search 365 Tao, it'll pop up. It's like literally the first notice. This came out in 1992, or at least that's when the copyright is. And I mean, I've read this book so much. I mean, it's a thick book. I mean, there's 365 plus pages because they have an introduction, a foreword, they have an appendix. Let's see exactly how many pages there are. 380. So there's a little bit of extra content other than the 365. But the whole concept of committing and things reverberating with our purpose, that's something that I've used to continue my journeys onto different things. And so my writing, this channel, everything, it's almost, if you take it in a simpler way, it's being just stubborn enough to put it into existence. And so I'm exactly, that's my girlfriend texting. I'm trying to be accountable with this channel. And I don't know if I'm going to do every day. Like I said in a previous video, I think it's going to be more like a once a week thing, and then like vlogs when I do something extra special that's not like just the same video over and over again. Because a lot of times, especially right now, I'm not working, so I sit at my desk so that I can take my sling off, because wearing the sling is just, it kills me. Having my hand stuck like this the whole time, it really does hurt. And so luckily at my desk, I'm allowed to sit here, and I can, I don't know if you can see my arm move. Yeah, you can move it closer to that's as far as I can go. And that's all I'm allowed to do is back and forth. So I put my hand on the mouse, and that's what I do. Pretty much for 3-4 hours a day, I'm just moving my arm back and forth, trying to get motion and strength back into this. So, you know, this is what I do. And so I don't think that that's enough content to make multiple vlogs about. I mean, I sit at the computer, I do different things at the computer, but it's just me right here, sitting here, looking at my computer and staring. So today I just wanted to try this live out. Put the audio, it's called Audio Library Free Copyright Music. So it's music that I can use on YouTube. And, you know, I'll put the description of the channel itself, but it's just Audio Library. It's from YouTube. And it's all free, copyright, no licensing, and all that kind of stuff, so that I don't get in trouble. But I just wanted to hang out and type. I don't know how long I'll stay live. Right now it's just me talking to myself. But who knows? Maybe somebody jumps on and says hi in the chat and enjoys that quote that I read a little bit ago. You know, and I might do some Googling of some other motivational stuff. But right now, I'm going to kind of slim down my screen so that I can see my other stuff. And I'll start writing. And hopefully somebody comes in and chats with me for a wee bit. But if not, I mean, that's cool. But, you know, today I was mildly productive. I went to Best Buy and got a new external hard drive. I have to take my laptop to Geek Squad. There's some settings and stuff that I just couldn't figure out on how to fix, because like my trackpad no longer works, and the night light thing doesn't work anymore. So, and I've gone to the settings each time and unplugged my wireless mouse and played with the settings, turned things off and on, rebooted my computer 100 times, and it just doesn't seem to work. So I don't know if there's like a hardware problem with the mouse pad or what, and then maybe I'm missing something for the settings on the nightlight. So that's that. So hey, kick back and enjoy the music for a little bit. I will probably only stay on for about 30 minutes or so, just because this is my first live stream and I don't want it to be entirely too long. Stay as long as you like, chill with some music, say hi, and if you have a motivational quote, please put it in the comments or the chat. I love reading new comments and new motivational stuff because I don't know if I have read it before or not. You never know. And I might have, but I might need a reminder of some sort. So, let me know. Right now, I'm writing about my D&D campaign. I have this new area um, that I won't say names because I'm actually thinking about writing a novel. But the basis of it is that it's a continent where there's 5 ruling classes. So it's the barbarians, the paladins, the druids, the monks, and then the warlocks. Those 5 are the big guys, and essentially everyone started in the Feywilds as like the first people, and they were probably like in D&D lore like the first elves or Eladrin. So I'm gonna probably use something similar to that, or I might just use the open gaming license from WotC. Oh, that video got loud. I might use the open gaming license from Wizards of the Coast and uh, use their some of their stuff in the book, um, or I might just change it and still use the wonderful open gaming license and just put, this is based on lore of Dungeons and Dragons, and it's my own story. Or I might not do a novel altogether, and I might do like an adventure. If you're not familiar, there's a place called DM's Guild, and they do PDFs of different adventures and stuff. And so I might just make like a one shot or something like that uh, in the campaign. But right now, I'm doing the outline and the basis of everything of the entire what do you call it? Like the entire world or continent. Um, let's see what my girlfriend said. Do, 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 do. Um, so this world with the 5 ruling classes, I wrote it where the warlocks are kind of like the cursed ones, because a lot of times, the edgy characters like to play it either an evil or at least a chaotic neutral warlock. And so I took that and I want to make it to where there was a group of warlocks that left the Feywild and used darker magics to bring, like a demon army most likely or something similar, to the continent to try and take it over. And the rest of the groups had to work together somewhat to fight them off. And of course, the paladins, they were the ones that were, paladins are usually the more righteous ones, and so they were the first to fight against the warlocks and blah blah blah. And the monks and the druids, they actually, I want it written that they stayed a little bit further back. But with the monks, there's a class. Let's see, does watching videos use a lot of data? Maybe. So there's a class of fighters that I'm basing kind of off the samurai, and they're the Order of the Shield, for these monks. And so instead of the monks going and fighting, and potentially breaking away from their way of study, the samurai go ahead and fight the warlocks instead. Um, and so I don't know exactly how I'm going to play it out. So I've just been writing, and I've got most of the like basic structure. So like the names, like I have Southguard is one, Wild Birch, Vudarin, Godai, and Pern are the five main areas. And then there's a place called the Grove, which is going to be like the neutral area for the non leader classes. So wizard, sorcerer, rogue, all of those. Um, and when a person who lives in those five areas decides they don't want to be in one of the ways or the paths of their forefathers, they either voluntarily leave or somebody decides to kick them out. And that's about all I've got so far. I have a little bit of extra lore that I like to keep to myself, but especially if one of my players is watching this. But it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be interesting. I hope it's gonna be interesting. And so I'm gonna write a little bit on that and just chill. Let's see. I've been on live for 16 minutes, and you know, I'll just chill and see what happens. I don't know what we're gonna do, so we'll see. I'll probably stay on until like 20 minutes, the 20-minute mark. See if anybody actually is interested in this. I mean, I have a few subscribers. I don't have a lot. I just started the channel back up, I started the channel 4 years ago, and I did it for a little bit, and then I teetered off. Life happens, and so I'm going to stick to it this time, and I'm going to make sure that I post at least once a week. Like last night, I did a post about cooking chicken, and I talked about a quote from Nelson Mandela. So I think that that's going to be my shtick, I guess. That in each video I'll have at least one quote. And actually, I'll go ahead and I'll Google some motivational quotes. Let's see what's what. Public domain motivational quotes. How's that? All right. Let's see what new music comes up. Ooh, there's a little waterfall. Again, this music is from Audio Library for content makers. Hopefully this is content. It's a live stream, so I mean, there's not a lot, and I'm using the webcam from my computer, so it's not like I can move it around inherently amazing, but it's something. Let's see. Boom. How about a quote from John Quincy Adams, former president from 1825 to 1829. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Now, I like that quote. And I've been a leader in some aspects. I mean, I've been in managerial positions, and I've been in Boy Scouts and things like that. But I don't necessarily like to call myself a leader, but I do like to emulate those values and the I guess the Bushido of leadership. But more importantly, I actually really like this quote, and I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste it into a notepad. Let's see, new note. Come on. Let's write a note. Okay, this doesn't want to make me new note. Thank you. All right. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. By John Quincy Adams, once again. I want this quote. Like, I'm not gonna. I said that I don't want to call myself a leader, and I don't like bringing that up. But I think that first part about it could potentially in the future be this community's, or the future community of this channel's ethos, I suppose, because I do want to create. I feel like there's a lot of people that I've met in college and made friends and stuff like that, that we kind of look. I mean, everybody kind of looks for a group of people, and we have our own set of group friends and have cliques and things like that, all the way since elementary school. But um, the big thing, especially for people of my age, right around 20s and 30s, we have lost connection from people in high school, and we've lost connection with a lot of past jobs and things that we just don't keep up with communication anymore, unless you have a Facebook. But I don't have a Facebook. um, but it's hard to keep track of everybody, and it's hard to communicate. I still have Snapchat, and I have a phone, so I do text a lot of friends. But hanging out and stuff like that is not something that a lot of people have time for. I mean, now this year with COVID and everything, that it's been hard to hang out. Period, unless you go to the park or whatnot. And hopefully things get a little more manageable. But right now things are on the rise again. But having a community of people would be amazing for this channel and for any channel, really. But if we could create this this ever growing mentality, this mentality of always wanting to go out and be better, even if you're only better from yesterday. And let's take it as a physical example. If you quote unquote run a mile in 22 minutes, right, which is like a slow power walk. But for some people, 22 minutes is what they can do. And when I was walking right before my surgery, my arm still hurt a lot. I had trouble walking more than a mile because the constant bounce. I take big steps, and so I bounce a lot. And so if I was trying to walk fast, I couldn't walk more faster than a 21-minute mile, because the bounce would just hit all right in here, and I would just be in a lot of pain, and I'd have to walk real slow home. So taking that example, if we're doing being better than yesterday, if I walked 21-minute mile before surgery, I would like after surgery, when I can finally start walking longer distances again, and I can start not or handling those bounces, I'd like my minute mile or my mile time to be a minute faster, or even 30 seconds faster at this point, to get back into things. I used to be able to run a 6-minute mile, but that was my 6-minute mile was in middle school. I think I was able to hover around 8 minutes between high school and college. And then there was a few times that I spiked, especially 4 years ago when I started this channel. I was at like a 7-minute mile, but I haven't gotten back down to 6. So that's going to be a big goal for me, is getting back down to my 6-minute mile. And I would like this community to help each other. I'm kind of tired of seeing the toxicity. That's one of the reasons why I deleted my Facebook. It's not like it offends me, but it gets old just seeing people constantly rage in video games, or toxic posts and comment feeds and stuff. Like, if you disagree with somebody, disagree with them. That's fine. But having to call somebody out or call names and things like that is just dumb, in my opinion. And I'm not necessarily worried about being politically correct, but I mean, being a human being is kind of nice. So I'd really like this community to be truthful and honest, but not toxically so. There are ways to be honest with people and not be an ass. And so this quote, the if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, this community could be that leader, as John Quincy Adams put it. If you do those actions to inspire others, you're a leader. Well, why not make a community of leaders and make a community of people who inspire other people to dream more, learn more? And I was doing this YouTube course by Sean Cannell. And you should check out his videos with Think Media and stuff like that. I purchased a course by him, and he had a list, and I won't show you the list because it is paid property and things like that. But he had us the one thing that I will say is that he had us think about our channel. And think about what we want to do with that channel. And I was thinking about what would winning look like for this channel. And obviously, like, I would love for this channel to monetize and blah blah blah. Where to monetize, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And so I realized that that's not going to be for a little while, but it would be awesome to have that work out, right, and kind of help supplement some income and things like that. And so right now, while I'm not working, I'm going to focus really hard on trying to better myself for better videos, better editing, better YouTube content, things like that. And so I joined this course. I subscribed to Think Media. I subscribed to Catherine. Oh my gosh, I forgot her name now. Let me look. YouTube. Oh, wrong arm. Oh, God. Okay. Keep this arm on the mouse. Catherine Manning. Catherine Manning has a lot of videos of how to start a YouTube channel, how to do Vlogmas. She has 2 separate channels, Catherine Manning Vlogs and then Catherine Manning. And she's got, almost 300,000 subscribers on her main channel and almost 10,000 subscribers on her vlog channel. And she is somebody that I look up to, and Sean Cannell is the other that I look up to. And so I, obviously, like I said, I paid for his course. But this is something that I really, really want to do. And it would be amazing if we could have this community where, that monetized thing, right? That monetized goal is 1,000 subscribers. And I was saying that winning for me would be those 1,000 subscribers, half of them, 10% of them, seeing some of the videos that I post and the lives and things like that, and coming out and hanging out, that they either start a YouTube channel that's motivating or inspiring, or they just have a friend that either says, hey, check out this guy, he's got a bunch of motivating stuff, or just simply uses some of the things that I talk about and some of the quotes that I talk about in previous videos and future videos. If I say a quote like, the one that I just said from John Adams, if I say that quote and it strikes somebody, and that somebody in the community goes out and says it to another person or 10 people, that would be amazing. I think that there is a vacuum of motivation, and I think that's why there's so many people out there that are motivational speakers, and they're doing motivational courses. And Tony Robbins is still a huge thing, guy that he's very. I watched his documentary on Netflix, and it was really cool. But anyway, if I was to affect one person and that person affected another, that's called a ripple effect, I would consider that winning. If I had one person say, hey, thank you for such and such video, it really helped me get through, let's say, their road to recovery. Because like right now I'm doing, after each physical therapy, I'm going to do a video and label it my road to recovery, which actually I guess I could do my exercises right now. It's time for my third set. So if somebody was to say, hey, thank you for posting these videos and just getting out there, and I just happened to see it and it really helped me get through my surgery, that's winning. I don't really, obviously I would need monetization, and I need income. Everybody needs income, but I don't necessarily care about it. I'm not in it for money. I'm in it to help people. And I think that if we were to create that community of people that do actions to inspire others, um, the world might be a better place. I think that would be really cool. Um, Off that soapbox for now. I'm going to go ahead and perform my prescribed exercises for physical therapy. Um, it consists of pendulum swings, so you'll see me bent over and just swinging my arm. Um, and then from pendulum swings, I go into a resistance band, and I'll try. Let me maximize the streaming video so I can see myself. I'll try and angle the computer so that you guys can see me and you're not just staring at like my shirt or something. But so pendulum swings, then resistance band, and then going into this little guy here, 2 minutes of 7-pound resistance on the strength trainer. You could definitely tell the difference. Like I can squeeze this one all the way down with my left hand. And I mean, my pinky is still a little high. I could kind of crush it a little bit more. But I have absolutely no problem here. But since the surgery, let me get kind of slow, bring my arm up. Ugh. I can't squeeze all the way down. Like, I really got to work at it to squeeze it. And I have to do this for 2 minutes. So I'm going to stop that for now because otherwise I'll get tired. But then resistance band and then 2 minutes of that. And then I have to do 30 shrugs up, so straight up. And then I have to bring them back where I get my scapulas to try and bring those together and reposition my posture to bring my shoulders back and get this guy moving a little bit more. And then the last one that I probably will have to wait for, I will. I put my hand. Let me use my left hand. I put my hand against a wall, and then I just like 10% power press, and then do that 30 times, and then I put my hand on the other side of the wall, and then I press backwards, and that is the literal worst for me right now. That's probably the most pain that I have in the physical therapy, other than when the therapist actually grabs my arm, because right now I can't lift my arm. Like my left arm, I can go all the way up. I can touch my elbow right to the side, but I can't with my other hand. I'm like right here. So the therapist has me lay on the bed, and he grabs my arm and he helps me move it, and he massages the muscles out, and he tries to get some more range of motion. And actually, I was able to get 110 degrees instead of just up to 90. I went to 110, which we were both really surprised about this last physical therapy. My next one is on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, there will be another Road to Recovery video, and I'll talk about that day and the pain that I'm going to be in. But anyway, let me get started on these recovery stuff. I'm going to turn the music up just a little bit, jam out, put something motivational in the comments. I don't think anybody is actually on, but even after the live stream, if you happen to see this and you happen to watch this far, first of all, thank you. And if you enjoy this kind of stuff, give me a thumbs up, do the thing and subscribe if you like my channel. And if you can, find a motivational quote for me. This is literally this channel. I honestly think, like, yes, I want to help people, and yes, it would be badass if I could get monetized. But first and foremost, I need to be true to myself, and this is a way to keep me accountable to continue pushing back towards my physical and financial freedom goals. So that's why I'm doing these different playlist channels where I'm going to be posting workout videos. And if I say on here, I'm going to post a workout video once a week, every week, even if I do it for 52 weeks and get that full year, 52, 56, 52, if I do it that full time, then I held myself accountable to where at least, hopefully I will be working out more than once a week, but at least I have that, at least I could do one workout a week. And then if that's all I can do, because especially like right now, I can't work out this arm. I'm not allowed to, and I won't. I just can't. I can't even lift a milk gallon jug right now, and I haven't tried since surgery. But I know that when I first had my injury, that first couple of weeks, I couldn't even lift the milk jug with my right arm, and I couldn't, like, I'd start to pour, and when I went like this, I actually dropped the milk for the first time, and I wasn't happy. The girlfriend wasn't happy, but she tried not to be, you know, laugh at me or anything. She was very nice about it, and we cleaned it up, and she poured my milk for a few weeks. This time around after the surgery, like, I just know, like, just from like being in the sling, and I mean the first week I couldn't even do this with my other hand, right? I was like, and I couldn't move much, and it was just a lot of pain. Now at least I can, with the physical therapy that I've been to already, I can take my sling off now. Right now it's resting on the desk, so that it's not being like, this arm technically is fighting against gravity, right? But my right arm, the one that I had the surgery on, it's resting on the desk, so there's no weight resistance. I'm not hurting it. I'm not exhausting it. I'm not stretching it out. But when I have the chance and I put my hand on my mouse again, the physical therapist wants me to like have my hand on the mouse, and I have this giant. I play Magic the Gathering, so I have this giant game pad for my cards that I put underneath my mouse, and it covers like I'd say 3/4 of my desk. So I grab the mouse, and I'll just use that as my anti-gravity slide, and I just go as far as I can before my arm starts to hurt. Because if I try to force it, I could damage it. So I go right to the point before feeling pain. I don't go to the point of pain. Hold it there for a couple of seconds and then bring it back. And I have to do that 30 times. And then I have to go diagonally, which the physical therapist called W's, but it's more like a V. And then I do wax on and I do wax off. And I do this 30 times. So I'll get started. I'm going to turn up the music. Again, license-free, copyright-free music. Don't get me in trouble. This is from Audio Library on YouTube. That it literally says Audio Library, free copyright music. So I should be fine. So let's get started. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. Let me twist it this way so that you guys can kind of see. I just move it in a circle, just like this. And I do it 30 times. This is actually kind of cool music. I don't know. Was that 30? Is this 30? I don't know. We'll do 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we go the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. And then I have to slowly lift my arm up, come up, and then I can stand up again. I can't go straight from from hanging. I can't just be like boop and pop up. I wish I could, but it would hurt too much, and it's also not recommended. So I angled this down a little. Good God, this song got really loud. I angled my camera down so that you could see me actually doing the resistance band here. So I put it resting on my leg here. Let me get a little bit more resistance. I'm supposed to have some resistance on this one, but this one I'm resting my arm so that it's not It's not hurting my shoulder. I'm not pulling it or anything. This is more for the bicep muscle and forearm so that these don't get weak and freeze while everything. So I'm just doing my wrist right here 30 times. 3, 4, 5. And so I forget exactly what he told me that this does, other than the fact that it's, like I said, bicep muscle, because everything's connected, right? The pectoral, the AC, the rotator cuff, the lat muscles, the deltoids, everything's all connected by some fibers, some way, somehow, right? Because otherwise they just wouldn't contract, they wouldn't work. And so even though my surgery was here, and you can actually kind of see it in the discoloration. I've got 1, 2, 3 holes right here, and then I have one in the back where they went in and they cleaned everything up. And I had 3 tears and some other stuff with bone spurs and osteolysis and stuff. So they cleaned everything up, debridement, and cauterized my clavicle. So I have to work every muscle, and I think that's why I'm doing all of this. And now that I've been cleared because I had my 2-week follow-up, and I was not able to do anything, and then I was cleared to do physical therapy. And then after the second physical therapy, I had enough range of motion that it cleared me to start doing workouts at home, but these specific exercises. I cannot do anything else, and I don't do anything else to protect myself and protect my shoulder from getting hurt again. So again, I'm doing exactly what the physical therapist told me to do. He wants me to do it 2 to 3 times a day. I can guarantee myself that I can do it 2 times a day. Yesterday I tried doing 3 and I overdid it a little bit. I feel like, wow. Cool comment, bud. Rubber chicks calling me an ugly pig. Very nice. Appreciate the comment. But just doing my physical therapy. Hello and welcome to the stream, even though you were rather rude. I had that aimed down so that we could see my my resistance band. So that's cool. Rubber chicks calling me an ugly pig. I guess so much for that group about being like inspirational and motivating. It's really nice. But hey, somebody joined my stream, called me an ugly pig, and left because they're not in the stream anymore. So you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. I've got a ladybug. Well, not a ladybug. I think this is the beetle that kills ladybugs in the house. So now I'm on my hand strength thing. So, it is what it is. I keep staring at the stupid comment. It's not like it doesn't bother me. I mean, ugly pig. Okay, cool. But it's just funny to me. Like, I was just talking about that, like how it's gotten so old that people are so toxic. Like, why? What have I done? I don't know who Rubber Chicks is. I've never commented on any of their channel, or I've never commented on any of his videos or anything, or her videos. I don't know. I mean, Rubber Chicks, I assume it's a female, or that he's into females. I don't know. Maybe. But for whatever case, they decided to be toxic. So this, I guess it's a good time to talk about it. That's something that everyone's going to have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with toxicity. You're going to have to deal with people telling you you're not going to make the goals that you're going to make, whether they be physical goals, whether they be financial goals, whether they be job goals. I mean, someone is going to have an opinion about it. You can't let that be a deterrent to start or to continue on. There are some people that have advice and opinions who have been there, and that maybe they have the right intention. Let me think of an example. Okay, an example would be back when I was going to attempt to be a Navy, before I had my daughter, I was planning on being a Navy SEAL. I was working out to be a Navy SEAL. I was training. I had read books, and I had somebody tell me that I wasn't going to be able to do it. But I think that what they meant was that at that moment in time, I wouldn't have been able to, and I wouldn't have. I still had a lot of training to go, and before I decided it wasn't right for me, um, I at that moment in time, I wasn't. I was probably not strong enough to go through SEAL training. I mean, it's a long process, um, but I mean, of course, it could have been said a little bit differently. But calling somebody an ugly pig, that's sad. Honestly, it's you got onto a stream to comment ugly pig, and then bye. Like, that's cool, I guess. But you know what? I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna write his name down. I'm gonna write the user's name down. I'm gonna write the comment. That is my first toxic comment. And you know what? Something, I don't remember who said it, but I'm gonna have to look it up. But somebody said that if you are able to create enemies not by your own accord, but by their jealousy and toxicity, you're doing the right thing. Like, you're not going out and looking for enemies, and I'm not. Um, but if if you if you get an enemy like or a person that wants to bring me down a notch, that means I'm doing something right. That means I came on here, I got myself out here. I've been on here for 46 minutes, and I'm putting myself out here to make something of my life and keep myself accountable. Um, and somebody decided to come on and try and bring me down a notch. Like, I'm not going to let that stop me. That's just dumb. Um, so thank you, Rubber Chicks, for putting that first comment. It's gonna go on my wall of hate now. I now have a hater, apparently. Um, and that's just gonna push me. Oh, jeez. That's gonna push me to continue to make content and continue to better myself. And hopefully, you never know, Rubber Chicks might come back on the channel and see that what I'm doing is trying to motivate people and inspire people. I'm from ground zero. That's what I'm starting. I'm starting from ground zero. I started with 0 subscribers. I've started from a point of 0 strength and 0 range of motion because of my surgery. So now I can't get in. I mean, I guess I could get lower if I lost my arm or something, and I'd have to find a different way. But I can't. To me, I can't get any lower than this right now. Like, I had my surgery. I'm in a lot of pain, and I made it through, and I'm just going to continue keeping on. So I'll read one more motivational quote just to because I want to get that off my mind a little bit. Let's try something. Let's see. Oh, there's a good one right there. A quote by Mark Twain. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. And if you don't know who Mark Twain is, Mark Twain's an American writer. And he did Huckleberry Finn and The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and a lot more. But those are actually my favorites from him. But that's a good quote. Here I am. I'm getting started. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed some of the music. I'm going to go ahead and get off now. I hope you guys enjoyed my quotes that I found, literally just Googled on, public domain motivational quote. And I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, give me a like, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed Rubber Chicks coming on the stream and commenting ugly pig, I mean, give me a like too, I guess. Whatever works. And I'm not gonna go onto his page or anything or try and DM him or anything, or her. I don't know, him or her or they, depending on which pronoun they decide they want to use. I'm not going to try and contact them in any way, but that happened. So hey, this has been your Caveman Motivations first live, first hater, first attempt at this content and live streaming. So with that, go out and be better.